The crisis of climate statement is directly creating a dominations for the policies of the government. As Nepal flood is not only a new crisis, we already saw the crisis of Assam, we already saw the crisis of the Indonesia, now the Central Asia's crisis, and now the crisis of Nepal, the extremely dangerous flood scenario. But I am today discussing about my book regarding the first global communication model regarding the climate communication strategy, that how the climate communication and the education should process globally, not only for the individual, it should be 8 billion lifestyles. My book name is Strategic Roadmap for Climate Communication and Education Growth Worldwide. As I have faced a serious accident before 30 days ago, and my both hand is completely damaged and the left hand is completely damaged. Maybe I am communicating in a challenging situations, but I'll definitely explain my book for the world and the people who are extremely concerned about climate communications. First of all, this book is not only for sale. It is for only the communication of the education purpose and the education growth of the world. This is a new communication model which has been used is the mass communication model of the earlier stage of the Aristotle and the Wesley MacLean model, and the process which has updated by me regarding the crisis statement and how the process will go on. They have the process of encoder through decoder and also the feedback process and a cyclic process. There are three parts of the model. One is simply just a single stage of the model. Next is one-way process of the model, and another is the cyclic model. The communication strategy in the flow of communication on the circle basis. This kind of communication is very important nowadays regarding climate communication strategy. As we all know that this is the crisis not only for the particular Asian countries, this is around the world. The South American countries are facing huge crisis, and the North American countries are also facing the crisis. The disaster of the hurricane for the Caribbeans are facing the crisis, and the crisis of the African scenario of the landslides to the drought scenario, which is creating a next generation's crisis strategy for more than 194 countries regarding the direct implications of the economical goals and the policy making decisions. My book is only 25 pages, which link I'll definitely share with this completely description of the YouTube link of the particular video. But the thing is that this book is very important regarding the discussions of the climate education communication. With the model of the discussion, I have created a 7 parameters roadmap, which is very important point of discussions. I have completely explained that what we have required nowadays. We need a particular lab of discussion about the think tank of the climate strategy. I have created a complete mangrove cycling plan, that which areas is completely requirement for the mangrove zones, how to protect the flood, and definitely I have created a map completely as zonal areas, that during the crisis, if Nepal has the zonal map, then it will be very easy to survival situations. This is the extreme important. The climate catastrophical zonal creations is extremely important nowadays. I have created 7 particular colors. There had red, yellow, gray, and violet, and greens, and the orange. This is very important to understand that the different colors is different zones, and this book is completely separated on the situations on the creating that how is very important regarding the crisis time. The zonal map is very crisis crucial situations. I have created a climate gaming model for the children who are under adolescence. They need understand of the climate communications, but I have not given textual solutions. I have given a complete gaming structure with their natural resources. This game process is not following any kind of artificial intelligence, any kind of technological process, any kind of advanced model scenario. This game is simply natural solutions with what we have during the crisis. This game is followed by the crisis structure and the natural resources of the bamboo trees, like the banana trees, the banana leaves, and the complete survival situation what we have during the resources. And this is the actual gaming part which I have created, the climate gaming for the complete children, the adolescents, and this game also can be played for the understanding of the students from the age of the 10 to 20. And this will be very important for the structural solution during the crisis. I have created the plan of the community radio, which is very important on the stage of the climate communication and also the education growth. I know that the communication bridge is very important during the crisis, because I have already faced the situation and the experience at the Sundarban during Amphan. The people have completely lost 11 days electricity, and also the transportation system, they have not communicated any kind of natural disaster and the relief fund, and also the management regarding the supplement and the food supply during the crisis, the medicine supply, and they have already lost the situations. This community radio on the low transmissions process and the completed transmissions ratio from the 30 meter to a maximum duration of the 500 meter can create a complete communication graph of the discussions during the crisis of the climate structure. Then we can save the countries who are under the zero emission rule, like Nepal. They are already on the touching of the zero emissions follower, but they are under the crisis of the huge flood. This will be create a complete structure of the disaster management during the crisis, and this will be create a survival solutions for the million people. I have created also a promotions of the renewable energy and the growth of the renewable energy market on the global perspective, where 81 countries already placed their solutions that they need a renewable energy for the upcoming days. I have created and shared a structural growth map with the experience of the educational reference that I have visited and the village of the Medinipur, West Bengal, India, named Noya Gram, where I have already worked that people were already created an alternative electricity by the renewable energy sources, because they know that they have the complete regular facing of the crisis of the cyclone and the super cyclonic effect at the Medinipur district nearby of the Bay of Bengal, on the crisis of the unusual crisis of the disaster, and they have already planned for the alternative electricity. And this kind of thing is very important of the mild growth of the parameters on the particular stages of these kinds of crisis, and it will be complete a new model, and there is no use of artificial intelligence AI tools, and there have no use of the Google roadmaps, no resources, no sources. This is a complete my experience of the last 7 years, and this is the innovations book for the world, and I believe it will be helpful for the people of the world during the crisis of this kind of situations, starting from the Nepal to Indonesia, from the Central Asia crisis, from India, Assam, and all over the world, from North America, South America, the crisis of Antarctica, the losing of the mapping of the cyclone of the crisis, and also the losing of the iceberg of the Antarctica. And this is very important of the communications technology, and also to understand the satellite communication process. The strategic roadmap for the climate communication and education growth worldwide will help a million people. I believe that this will be very helpful. Don't need any kind of money. I am sharing the drive link. Just download the book for your better understand. If you complete spread the schools which is required. I have already spread this knowledge since 2023 at African countries like Sudan, Zimbabwe, Morocco, and definitely the countries are under the facing of the crisis on the island areas like Caribbeans. And now this issue is very important. When I have created the complete plan of COP29 Baku, Azerbaijan, then now it is very important, and in Asian countries too. I am sharing this book. Please download and read this book. If any kind of impact on any kind of feedback you want to give, I'll share my email IDs and phone number. Just giving is the call and details me whatever your impact is. Thank you.